Hello! Anybody there? I'm just typing in a comment. Making fish, tacos, and cocktails. Hi guys! Welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we? Oh, I'm gonna just pin that comment so you can see when you come in, guys. How are we? Hello! I have my pal Alan coming on here. Once he comes in, we'll start chatting to you. I'll wait a second for Alan. How are we, guys? Welcome. Hello, is Alan here? Yes, he is. Alan, I'm gonna say bring you in. So let's. Alan is the master mixologist with Roe and Co. And we're gonna make fish tacos and Roe and Co cocktails together. Hey!
Hello. Hey, what's
How
up?
are you?
How are you?
Great, thanks. Very well. Excited, actually.
Yeah, we saw each other like 2 hours ago, but it's still good to see you again.
I know, what a great thing. Alan and I were.
Oh no!
Oh no, Alan! Man down!
I mean, what a great start.
Are you okay?
We're fine. We're good. I mean, this is a good way for how it's going to go for the rest of it, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll see our screens are split now, and it made me realise you won't be able to see our table. So maybe we'll have to adjust a little bit. Will we figure that out? Okay, let us figure that out, guys.
I'm going to need a new phone after this. Just give me one sec.
No problem. I'm the same. Okay. Yes.
I mean, strong start.
I think
Twice.
we recovered quite well there, I have to say. Okay, so like I said, we saw each other earlier, and we're very fortunate to live in a deadly part of town in Dublin 8. But you're coming from Roanoke, and can you tell us a little bit about this area? Because I think it's pretty whiskey famous, am I right?
Yeah, well, this is like an amazing part of the world, let alone Dublin, because it's the Liberties, right? It's this place that was part of Irish history that was outside city walls and was allowed to do kind of whatever it wanted, as long as you were the biggest and the baddest in the Liberties.
Yeah.
Whatever you wanted. There's all these famous characters like Darky Kelly, and the list really goes on. I'm not going to bore you with Irish mythology, but like these people who were living vibrant parts of the community. Whiskey distillation in general and brewing was the vast majority, like a large chunk of what people would do on a day-to-day basis here. And it's pretty cool to be like living in D8, making whiskey in D8 for the world, because Irish whiskey for a long time was the whiskey of the world. And then there was many reasons why it perished to a certain extent. But we're back here doing it again. So it's this lovely story of revival and sort of revitalization of the area.
It's an amazing story of revival. Like, even within the kilometre of our houses, there are, what, 4 distilleries now?
Yeah, it's pretty great. You can walk for 10 minutes and be in 4 different distilleries. I mean, there's nowhere in the world you can do that.
Absolutely not, I'd say. And one of them being your beautiful whiskey being night. So we're doing a cocktail with you, and we're going to do tacos with me.
Yeah.
Slightly Mexican theme. There wasn't really a reason for it, but then we found out that you've worked and lived for a year, so you're the right man for the job.
Yeah, it's kind of a sort of a fortuitous thing. Yeah. So I lived in Guadalajara for a year, peddling tequila in a kind of small, cool, independent, like agave bar. So we just did like small, hardly known, like the most hipster story ever. We just went there and sold independent tequila and stuff that you wouldn't hear of or see, and try and support the people and the families who made it for a living for many generations, as opposed to these giant companies who did it for a long time. So the one thing that I loved about eating in Mexico was they have this thing in restaurants called agua del dia, which is water of the day, directly translated. But you go in there and there's a massive punch bowl, and that's what they serve for the day. And generally it's locally sourced fruit, freshly picked, and then cut with sugar and then soda. I've done a whiskey-based version of that, of course. So we're going to do a cucumber, like a house-made cucumber soda with some rose water if you have it in your house. And I think it just really has this kind of subtle nuance that works really well with Mexican cuisine, because that's like cooling effect to any sort of the spice that you will bring into your food. So they play together really, really well.
This agua de Avila that they drank, would it usually be a soft drink, right?
Say again, sorry?
Would it usually be a soft drink?
Yeah, it would always be soft drink. It would never have booze in it. So you have to ask con tequila. So you would say agua del dia con tequila if you wanted a shot of tequila in it as well, which we generally wouldn't do because you never want for tequila in Mexico, which is one of the wonderful things. The hospitality there, kind of like us here at home, is just immense. You meet people that you've never met for the first time, and they just want to bring you into their homes and cook for you and give you booze, and it's really good.
It sounds like heaven, right?
Pretty good. And they have sun, which is a big bonus, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Although we're not doing too bad lately.
Yeah, I know, it's been pretty good. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm quite red already, and I just went out to get stuff in the shops today. So, I mean, I have a tough time in Mexico.
So tell us about the cocktail. I think they have all the ingredients, including rose water. But so that's kind of usual for me. But for most people, they may not have rose water. That's totally fine, right?
It really is just an extra addition for a little extra subtlety to the drink. But what I was wanting to do was to make something that you could make along with making your food, so that there wasn't this disconnect when you went to serve people at the table. Because to me, having a food and drink experience shouldn't be, oh, just eat and then 10 to 15 minutes later you wait for your drinks to come. So we might start by just doing the foundation of the drink, of the soda, and then we'll switch over to you and let you cook a bit, and then we can finish off with the drinks, and then we can enjoy them both together, which is kind of, I mean, that's how it should be, right?
Exactly. Okay, brilliant. So what do we get first? If anyone else is with us, making these with us, let us know so we can help you along the way. Any questions you all guys, fire away. Tell me what I need first. My cucumber?
Cucumber first, please. I was kind of jealous of your neatly written ingredients where everything was pre-cut. So I pre-cut to look like I was a pro.
Oh no, I didn't pre-cut my cucumber. Hang on.
That's okay. That's okay. Of course. Really, what we're, you don't have to think too hard about this because it's all being dipped in sugar and water. But ideally, you want as thin as possible, so there's maximum surface area, so you extract as much flavor as possible. You want cucumbers to the max, basically.
Right. I'm gonna put something. I'm like, this isn't actually a countertop. This is my kitchen table on stilts. So
I was wondering how you did that, because I have my kitchen table and I'm like looming over it like an idiot, and I'm like, how does she? That's a trick of the trade that I have yet to learn, obviously.
So, what sort of like container will I put this in?
So to make everything super easy, I've just got myself a measuring jug here. So everything is going to go into my measurement jug, or it's going into a bowl.
I've got kind of like a water jug. Is that okay?
A water jug. It's even better because you can see what you're doing and not what I'm doing. I think it's important to do things in parts and not in direct mills when you're talking about drinks, because people switch off a little bit. So this is all going to be very easy. It'll be like 1 part cucumber, 200 grams sugar is always your base. So if you want to up the amount you want to do, it's 2 cucumbers to 400 grams, and so on. Just keep building that way.
I have to say that when it comes to the alcohol-free porridge that's been happening quite a lot during COVID, maybe we should start teaching people to weigh their alcohol.
Yeah, people are using like these intense botanicals, and just eating a whole load of gentian is not so pleasant, really.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it pretty much chopped. You've got yours ready made, all right?
Perfect.
So I'm going to go into my jug, all my cucumber.
I mean, it's the perfect color as well. That's so good. Yeah.
That's a charge, that's fine. I'm all about it. I love them. Okay, cucumbers in.
Cucumbers in. So now all you need to do is add the equal measurement of that in sugar. I've averaged the cucumber to be about 200 grams. So
perfect. I'll have that weighed out. Okay, great.
Amazing. And then you just throw that on top.
And it doesn't matter what sugar we use?
No. The finer the sugar, the easier it is to dissolve in the water. And obviously, if you use like Demerara or brown, it will change the color of the drink completely. But the flavor doesn't change usually. I mean, brown drinks never classically very popular.
Okay, so I've got castle sugar. And I'd say that's pretty good, right?
Caster sugar is like ideal almost because it's really, really fine, and as a result, just clings to everything. So then you want to do equal parts in mils to grams of sugar. So 200 mils of water, just under half a pint glass.
Okay, give me a sec. Right, so I have this little electric weighing scale. I'm sure you have one.
Awesome. Yeah.
If anybody has one, they're great. Okay, so I'm doing 200 mils of water.
Yeah.
Right in on top.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was doing this with more time, what I would really do was I would stick both of these things into a Ziploc bag without the water, and I would chuck it in the dishwasher during a cycle because the heat will allow for the extraction to happen at a really, really intense pace. And by the time you pull it out, you would have cucumber syrup that is so delicious and obviously a bit weird looking, but the Ziploc bag is completely sealed. But because we have like 25 minutes, 30 minutes here, we're using a sort of a more sped up process. So the water here will just help break it all down.
Okay, so the Ziploc bag in the dishwasher, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just thinking about saving water here.
But that would turn it into syrup, whereas water helps you.
Yeah, this will just stab it down with everything. I said on the thing, you just use a knife. You just want to agitate it a wee bit, and then we're going to leave it while you make some tacos because it'll just continue to develop flavor and extract it.
Okay, so oh no, another man down.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Okay, have you had a few drinks already?
I mean, I haven't done anything. I've just been fucking waiting for this. I need to find something stronger to bring this down.
Okay, so I'm going to say bubble a little bit. I'm going to show everybody my cucumber, my sugar, and my water all in there, and we're going to leave that to the side for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, pardon me. Yeah, just leave it to the side. I'm trying to hold down my phone.
Figure that out. I'm going to take away with the tacos. And when you have sorted that out, maybe you'll check if there's any questions. You can pull back those. Or if anybody has any questions related to cocktails, or food, or cooking, or COVID cooking, let us know. We can help you out. We're here because we love Taste of Dublin. It's probably my favourite weekend of the year. And now we're representing it online of Dublin, Taste of Dublin colours. I hope you like that. So I'm going to make fish tacos. These are really straightforward. And I'm probably going to test me out on them because we've proper Mexican knowledge and experience. But I believe they come in a lot of varieties, right? And people are mixing it up all over the world.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, like one thing that people take for that don't really take away from like food culture is that it is what makes people happy at the end of the day. If you try and share your Mexican ingredients with Mexican people, they're excited to hear what you do. It's not like, oh, this is devoutly yours. It's all about sharing this. Bringing people together for food to me is like the ultimate expression of hospitality. And it really is something to share. It's knowledge to share because you know things that they don't and vice versa. So for you showing us your way, I suspect they will learn a thing or two as well.
Were you over there trying to put spuds in their Mexican tacos, were you?
I mean, I didn't go that far.
Okay, let me start, guys. So I've got a good bit of hake here. The recipe that would have been up on Taste of Dublin, if anybody was cooking with us, was serving 4. So I've actually got half the amount of triplets. There's just 2 of us in this house. I'm going to show you the mixture. 2 tablespoons of flour into a mixing bowl. A gorgeous bit of cumin, a little bit of salt or regular and some chili. You can put in lashings of chili if you love it. All my 3 spices goes in there. A little bit of cumin, a little bit of paprika, and a little bit of chili for the taste. And that's it. That's going to be our spice mix for that floured very straightforward. And we're kind of making a little bit of a coating. And as the fish sits in it, which it will for about 10 minutes, the fish will absorb all that coating and get all the flavours in. Take about half that away, half the mixture, and in goes my fish. Okay, so that is my mixture of flour and spice and my fish. And don't forget to season as well, guys, with salt and pepper. Good bit of salt, so that's flavour of it. Good quality wood now.
I mean, more salt is always the answer, right?
What did you say?
More salt is nearly always the right answer.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of think salt is probably the difference between home cooking and restaurant cooking. But not in a negative way, like we think salt is bad for us, but it's not. We're made up of a lot of salt. As long as you use a good quality one and use it where it's needed, obviously kids and stuff can't have too much. But we're able for in moderation. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. This is my fish, beautifully just sitting in that spice and flour coating. And that's it. I'm just going to set that aside for a second while we make our. Like I was checking my pronunciation earlier. Pico de gallo.
I mean, you nailed it. Perfect. Absolutely.
I believe in Mexico they just called it salsa. Like this is
yeah. Yeah. Pico de gallo doesn't really exist. It was funny.
We foreigners call it pico de gallo. Actually, Mexico they just call it salsa.
I mean, we just need a reason for things to exist. I think is more so.
Yeah. So, in this pico de gallo that I've made, it does have a lot of variations, but I put finely chopped tomatoes, loads of coriander, including the stems, guys. They're very edible. Lots of small pieces of chopped onion. I have some jalapenos going in and lime. So I'm going to do the best of the lime here on my microwave. This is my best Christmas ever. And the juice of the lime. Do pico de gallo vary in heat in different establishments?
Sorry. Oh my God. So sorry. Say that again.
I said, do pico de gallos vary in heat in different establishments?
I mean, it's kind of funny because they all use fresh chilies often. So you'll go into the one place one week and you'll be like, oh, that's delicious, that salsa. And then you go back the next week and you put extra on because you really enjoy it. But the chilies are so variable in terms of their heat that you can blow the face off yourself one week and then think it's very mild the next week. So there's been a couple of like days where I've just been like in tears in the taqueria, being like the white guy they're all laughing at. But
the white guy.
The next day I'm Irish and it's all okay. They're like, oh well, you were never supposed to do this, so it's fine.
That is hilarious. I have been to Mexico once. I was doing a summer or a trip on the California, the West Coast, and you can kind of nip into Tijuana.
Yeah.
It takes about, 10 minutes to get through the border into Tijuana. No one's drinking Coronas. They're all drinking Sols. This is pretty cold as well. And then it takes about 2.5 hours to get back out because you're trying to go back to America, So really funny. So that's the pico de gallo, guys. We're going to add a bit of salt and a little bit of olive oil. I don't know if that's traditional. I like it to kind of bind it together. And just mix those 5 ingredients around, 6 ingredients. And this is just a really, really aromatic flavor of salsa.
There's a question here if there's an alternative to hake. Can they use salmon or trout, or what do you recommend?
I probably wouldn't say trout, but definitely there are hundreds of alternatives. Not hundreds, but lots. So, hake and cod can be line caught, beautiful Irish fish. But actually, some more sustainable fish might be things like pollock or squid or Rockcomb and pollock and ling are cousins of cod. So they would be really good replacement. A lot of fishmongers unfortunately just cater to the masses of the fish that we ask for. They'll always be able to get those fish, you have to ask them. So I asked my butcher, I got mine in the local butcher today, who's going to go to the fish counter for the fish. And I talked to him about it, and he said, look, I have to supply the things that people want all the time. If you want something different, just give me a holler and I'll go through the different things. So lots of different varieties of fish. If you want to go fancy, you can have some monkfish. It's probably a little bit more expensive, but really delicious as well. This taco kind of coating and recipe is perfect for tofu, chicken, even halloumi's yummy in it, maybe some grilled aubergine. It could be anything really. It's very simple, just a seasoning. And as I'm on that, you can also do it on the barbecue as well. Very simple.
Oh, wow.
So my pico de gallo is ready. Now I'm going to make a kind of my white sauce, I suppose, my white sauce. And This is probably not traditional at all. I'm using mayonnaise.
I mean, mayonnaise is delicious. It's one of the greatest gifts ever.
True. Mayonnaise is delicious, so can't go wrong. But it's probably not the most Mexican thing to use. So 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of yogurt. If anyone is cooking with us, just let us know, guys, so we can help you along. And I've got a really pureed clove of garlic. So could get that on a grater. And then another lime. So do the zest of the lime again. And in the meantime, we're going to get my top on. So it's nice and hot. This is a bit of crack, isn't it?
I mean, it's the dream, really. Everyone keeps asking me how I'm getting on. I'm like, I mean, life's pretty good. Like Friday night, I'm like hanging out with Erica and making some tacos and drinking some. Yeah, life is good. I know it's really difficult for everybody. We're desperate for the bars open and not see them, die away. We want to keep them alive, but also we're going to learn our new home skills of cooking and cocktail making. Yeah, I mean, it's a good chance just to work on all the things. Like becoming the ultimate host is very doable in Corona times, I think, because we really have no excuse not to cook well and eat well and drink well now.
That's true. I'm kind of worried for future bartenders getting like, it's me.
At home, I make it this way. I mean, yeah, that's probably going to be a fairly common thing. I'm just, in terms of what you said there, Sean Mac, hey, yeah, give it a wee agitation. If it's close by, just keep giving it a wee stir and try and get as much of the cucumber down and involved in the sugar and water mix.
Just say the question again, Alan.
Oh, the question was, should we stir the syrup while we're cooking? And I mean, it never hurts because extra agitation will increase the infusion.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I'll give mine a stir.
Mr. Berardi, what's up, brother? How are you?
Beardy man, they're calling you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I get asked all the time, but it's such a weird thing. People like point at my face and being like, "Yeah, you have a beard." Yeah, but it's okay.
That is, sorry, what's your Instagram handle, by the way?
Oh, oh God. Why can't I do it right? I mean,
what is that from?
I mean, it definitely makes sense when you saw how many times my phone jumped off the fucking thing earlier. But it was it's a perfect example of how my life goes.
Okay, I like your clumsy bearded man.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's the white sauce ready. That's going to be like our lovely topping on our taco. It's yogurt, yogurt and mayonnaise. You can use creme fraiche, sour cream. They use, or queso fraicho or frecha. Sorry, excuse me, Spanish. And that's ready to go. So we've got our 2 toppings, pico de gallo, and we've got a little bit of ice for our top there as well. We're going to start frying our fish. So I put that on nice and hot. A little bit of olive oil.
In terms of heat, I'm actually always so curious about this. Do you have it at the max heat possible?
I do. This is how I cook most proteins and stuff. Okay. I make sure it's off to begin and then I'll bring it down. So it seals it in. Look at that. And you'll hear it come around and probably seal it a little bit. So you don't hear the sizzle. It's quite quiet. And don't play with it when you fry your fish or your meat. It could be a steak, piece of chicken, even a piece of don't play with it. Leave the sea for a minute.
And forgive me if I'm wrong, because there's a good chance I am, but the idea of putting it on an extremely hot heat and then leaving it sit there is so that it doesn't stick afterwards, right?
Yeah, so basically the heat and the meat or the fish, the proteins will start, strengthening, and they'll actually release themselves on the pan once they get that crispy coating on them. Like it might go a little bit brown or even black in the corner. That's okay. You want that as well, but it's going to kind of flavor.
Cool.
So I wish you could smell this. I always say I wish Instagram had smellogram, and maybe in the future. What do you think?
I mean, I'm just scared to stand up, let alone smell. So I'm out.
So fish,
I know people get a little bit scared of the cooked fish. It really isn't that difficult. It just doesn't take that long. It's very straightforward, very very simply cooked is probably the best way. Even if you just want to pan fry it with a little bit of olive oil, nothing else, a little bit of salt. But really simple. I'm not going to make time. I'm going to start turning each piece down. I'm just doing it for you guys. Take some fold, right? And I'll bring the camera over and show you. Oh, it looks amazing already. Kind of smoky. Like, you know, when you cook things and it goes into it, you're like, whoa, that's hot. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera just towards me so I can show the. Here we go. Okay, so this is our fish cooking. You can see the nice browny colours on the edges there. If I crack that open now, you'll see it's actually pretty much nearly cooked. It's only going to take another minute. In the meantime, I have my taquitos or tacos on the pan behind me. Anytime you get tacos, even if you use flour ones, give them a little toast before we get to the work price in the plate. I want to give my pal many little mentions. And I know we talked about it earlier, picado.
Yeah.
Up the road. Okay.
Great, absolutely great. Amazing to go in there, but I spent all my money the whole time.
I know. So she is doing selection order. Also doing delivery. I don't work for it. I think it's a great place to get your tacos and taquitos. She was telling me they tried different tacos. Do you remember that when you were, where you get the small ones?
The one thing I always noticed was, yeah, like you said, they're always much smaller when you go to a local taqueria because you're on the go, they're a bite, and you get done with it. The one thing that I got taught very early on is that you don't move the taco to your face, you move your face to the taco. And that's how you don't spill it all over yourself the whole time. So I must have been doing that because someone randomly in the street was like, hey, that's not how you eat a taco. And they told me. So, yeah, I was just over eager.
That's what I'm like with my very full wine glass most of the time. Okay, I'm layering up my tacos. So at the bottom, I'm going to put some lovely pieces of, this is mixed coffee or baby jam or ice cream. Something to give that crunch of freshness at the bottom. Then a piece of fish on each bowl. Oh, this looks. My boyfriend is a very lucky man because I'm doing a lot of these cook-alongs. I do them on my Instagram page every Wednesday and Saturday. So he gets a meal cooked for him like this every Wednesday and Saturday.
I mean, that's a pretty good gig.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just want to turn off the Okay, so I turned off my tacos with the fish and the salad. I'm just going to put on the pico de gallo now. Kind of put it to one side just so you guys could see the filling. Oh my god,
it looks amazing.
They're a really quick dinner, aren't they? Like, they're actually very fast. And you can put anything in. Whatever you have in the fridge. And the last little bit on our tacos, I'm going to pull them up to the side, is our sauce. So I'm going to do that.
I'm so jealous.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm putting my neck over this, trying to have a look.
Cycle up the hostel. Although, have you done the large journey to the So that's it. And I'm not going to put them on camera. That is so here we have our pico de gallo, our golden fish, and then the chili sauce. Our tacos. We are. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You made that look so easy. It's kind of.
We don't have one bite.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, wow.
You need to move your face to the taco.
Oh, it's good. Oh, so good. I'm gonna bring these into himself. You gotta send this our cocktail. No, you should have seen the reaction. You didn't expect that. Okay, so what do I need? So, tell me again. I've got my royal coat.
You have your own coat. You're gonna need a lime or the juice of one lime.
Okay.
One of these guys.
Do we
And then you have the syrup ready already, and then some soda water as well if you have it. But I'm just going to talk about your stuff was so interesting that I feel like I'm like the most boring dude ever. But I'm going to give it a go anyway. If you see the way I've cut my lime,
Oh, long ways.
it has this wee cut in it here, and I've cut off the ends on both sides. The reason I do that is because when you press it, you get way more of the juice out. And because of this country, we don't grow them natively, we need to get as much as possible out of everything, right? So if you cut this side off here, it means you can press harder down into the lime. And then by doing this, it just means that the structural integrity of the lime is way weaker. So that when you juice it with whatever you're using, even with your hands, you'll get like almost twice the juice, which is a cool trick, really.
So I'm taking off this fish.
Yeah.
And I'm taking off this fish.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. And then I'm going halfway through.
Halfway lengthways, yeah, just like that.
Okay, right to the core.
And then you cut in half like normal.
Oh, like this normal.
Yeah, down this way then, yeah.
Amazing. Never used it. Hi guys, a little round coat coffee boy.
Some excellent product placements, just in time. Yeah.
So as we say in the kitchen, my mise en place should be my lime, my round coat.
You have this done already. You need a little bit of salt, and then some rose water, and then soda water as well, obviously.
And I actually have soda water, but I also have sparkling water. They're kind of the same, right?
The difference between sparkling and soda water is that one is forced carbonated and one is naturally carbonated. So it all depends on what you kind of like. There's much more, a higher PSI in soda water, so it's much more bubbly, to use a scientific term. And then the sparkling water is just much softer. So it's all down to personal preference. Even when you taste the drink and you think it's not sweet enough, that's totally fine. Because quite often when we do these things online, we do a sort of conservative base for people who don't like sweet things or who, so you can build on it. So if you feel like it's not sweet enough, you can add some more sugar, etc., etc., etc. Just grab the soda.
I'm pretty sure 200 grams of sugar sounds like I need to get ice, right? I just took my freezer, so back to you in 1 second.
You have ice? I'm going to talk about ice and bore people further while I have them.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So what I do in the house here, instead of going to a local store and spending like £2 or €2 on really, really bad ice that dilutes really fast, is that I use old yogurt tubs and I fill them with water overnight, which I've boiled previously, and then they freeze into stuff like this. So you have crystal clear ice that you would see in the top bars in the world, made in your house, and it takes, literally, you just put it in before you go to bed, and when you come out, you have beautiful ice. And I'll show you that now in practice.
I
mean, that's okay.
I love these practical tips. Do it again.
So, I mean, you're doing well as well. So you see my glass. I have these large chunks. They're just large chunks that I've cut out of that large block of ice. I mean, it just really cuts down on, well, first of all, money, and secondly, having really dense, thick ice means that your drink doesn't dilute as fast and it tastes better for longer. If you think about when you go to a bar and you have the first sip of a cocktail, it's the best part, right? And you're like, oh my god, it's so good. And then as the night goes on, the drink deteriorates because water gets added. So we're just trying to keep it as brilliant as possible for as long as possible. And more is the answer.
So basically, you poured water like a zip bag.
I'll show you. Sorry, I know into one of these bellies.
And then you just hot sell it.
Yeah, so I'll just use whatever knife on a chopping board with the, please use a dishcloth or one of these guys to keep everything in place because I don't want you losing a finger. But essentially, I made the ice with this earlier today. That's all.
You got yourself some perfect shaped squares there. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like rough and ready. Looks pretty good.
Okay, and then what sort of equipment will I need?
Sorry, say that again?
What sort of equipment are we going to need?
For measurement, is that what you said?
Well, what, are we putting everything in the jugs that we used already, or what are we doing?
We're going to grab the jugs that we had and we're going to just strain it off because we don't want all those cucumber bits in the end. We just want the syrup. So
okay,
grab our jug.
Okay, is the high salt syrup?
Yeah, that looks good. Perfect, just like that, yeah.
Okay.
And
Strain
then very slowly pour it down. I guess I have a smaller version of what you got going on there, but yeah.
This is so exciting. I love cucumber. I think cucumber is like one of those lovely kind of flavors, isn't it?
It's amazing, and the fact is that you go in and it's like 59 cents for a cucumber, and you can make drinks for a whole night with the syrup of this for your whole family. Like it's like often underutilized, and like the cucumber that you've left in there.
Yeah.
If you chuck that in a blender with some like tahini or whatever, you would just put like half of it tzatziki, but like kind of a sweeter style. So whatever you want to do with it. I mean, you don't really throw anything out anymore, which is kind of cool. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. You could freeze those in ice as well, and then the ice itself would be imparting the cucumber flavor. So anyway, we have a cucumber syrup, like super easily done. And then we're going to start to build our drink. So there's a couple of things in terms of like party planning. You'd want to have your garnishes pre-made because you don't want to be like fiddling around with the knife while all your friends are going thirsty. So the first one I thought about was just doing one long line of cucumber down the side of the glass, which you just need one of these for, and a cucumber, which I did cutting everything up. Or you could do something similar and then make them into roses to kind of harken back to the rose water that will be in there. So sorry, I'm talking over you. Say that again.
I was going to say, if you had mentioned that before I started hacking at my cucumber earlier.
I did think about that while I was doing it earlier today. I was like, I haven't told anybody this is what you're supposed to do.
It's okay.
So I'm sorry.
Your trick.
But very carefully do this because you can lose a significant part of your finger if you don't do it right. And it's so simple. Either if you're not comfortable doing it just like this, you can use a chopstick and just wrap it around. Or you just roll it down real quickly like this.
Beautiful. So that was
and then suddenly you've got a rose, which is super easy to do. And then you just throw them all in there. And then suddenly you have garnishes for 6 of your friends. And you look like you've been doing it all your life. And that's the key. Basically bluffing it until you can do it all the time. I mean, that's how I started. It's probably how I'll do that.
Make it.
Yeah. So the idea with this drink was that will work well either as a large serve so that all your friends can just pick from a punch bowl, or you could do single serves. So we have our glass filled with ice. We're going to get whiskey now, which is my favorite part of the whole process. We're going to grab the whiskey.
Okay.
In terms of building the drink, you don't need to worry about measurements or mils too much. If you have an egg cup, that's fine. If you have a jigger, that's fine. As long as you have something that is the same size for the whole process. Because we're going to use it in parts as opposed to mils. So what is your weapon of choice?
Oh my god, what do I use? An egg cup. Okay, got my egg cup.
Perfect. So you're going to use one part of Roe & Co. So just one full one of those, whatever it is.
Sounds so good.
I mean, I should probably talk about the brand I work for. Hey, so this is Roe & Co. This is delicious whiskey. We are a small little distillery based on Thomas Street in D8, as I was kind of talking about earlier. And what we try to do is make inclusive whiskey, not exclusive. We want people to be part of the story and part of the conversation of what we do, because it's so important to us that when people share drinks together, it's a conversation and not simply just my whiskey's better than yours or you don't get the flavor notes that we get. That's not how hospitality works. And the whole idea of our brand is to be the ultimate hosts in Irish hospitality. You go across the world and people kind of look like me, beard, tattoos, and I'm looking down my nose at you from behind the bar because you don't know what like Manzini and sherry is, for example. And like that is not hospitable, and that is certainly not what we do here in Ireland. So we try and champion that in everything that we do. So I invite you, once everything opens again, to come visit our distillery. We're super open soon, hopefully, and you get to see what we do. We talk about flavor in a different way and how people can only know flavor if they've tried it before. Like, how are you supposed to know what like wood varnish smells or tastes like?
Alan, I'm gonna. Oh, we've lost Alan for a second, I think. Come back! Someone's asking if you can still hear us. If you can hear me, anyway. Alan,
Did I disappear?
you're back. We missed you for a second. Just to pause there. Two things.
Yeah.
One, we take that as a personal invite to the distillery, and I look forward to it.
Absolutely.
The other thing, I can't see the name, but someone's asking about the rose water. We haven't put that in yet, right?
Put that in yet. The rose water will come in a second. I'm just wary that not everyone has it, so the rose water will add separately.
Okay.
So one measure of Roe & Co, so whatever you feel comfortable with. If 1 egg cup or 1 jigger, or let's do that into our glass.
I put some cucumber bits in mine.
That's okay. So the thing about our whiskey is that we don't use a process called chill filtration, and chill filtration is the removal of fats, oils, and solids from spirits. But if you've ever had butter on bread or bacon on a burger, you know that fats and oils are delicious. Like, why remove them from what you're trying to do? I mean, it's like, to me, it's crazy, and it's not what we should be doing with whiskey. Now, for your lime juice, we pick that guy up next.
I haven't squeezed mine, so will I do 1/2?
What you need is basically half the egg cup. So half the measure of the whiskey that you put in, you need that much juice.
Okay. It's not going to fit. That's right in here. Oh, wow, it really does fit better.
Yeah, it just completely breaks down that membrane on the inside, so it makes life easy for everybody involved.
Oh, this is amazing. Is there whiskey at all?
There is one. There was, when I lived there was one Mexican whiskey brand, and it was corn based, because obviously it grows in huge quantities there. And it was still very young. I don't know what it's gone on to do. Obviously doesn't exist here too much in Ireland, but it's cool. Different countries getting interested in it now.
Do they drink it though? Do they drink it in portion whiskey though?
It only seems to be in the, well, I guess the crazy thing about Mexico is the disparity in wealth is so huge, right? So whiskey is a super luxury item. So at the very top echelons of Mexican society, everything is whiskey. And then the rest of the people drink tequila, or mixto, which is a mixture of sugar, spirit, and basically like half rum, half tequila.
Okay, nice. Good to know. Okay, I've done my lime. So in our drinks, we've got lime, we've got a Roe & Co, I've got a little cucumber garnish. What's next?
The idea now is to use the cucumber syrup, so it's the same amount that you put of the lime in, so half of that measure. One thing I will say here is that if you tend to like sweeter things, I would add a little more, or if you don't like sweet things, simply don't add as much.
And also, this could just be stored in my fridge and bottle now for a while, can't it?
I mean, this thing has a really good shelf life, to be honest, because it's quantity sugar. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yum. That's gone in.
It smells pretty good, huh? I mean, cucumber goes from being like a rather like tasteless ingredient, and we've added the stuff, it just like livens up immensely. It's pretty impressive considering it's nearly all water. So now you have your basically the three base flavors. You have your foundation, which is the whiskey. You have your sour, and you have your sweet. So now we need to add the soda water.
Okay.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry, for the guys drinking rose water, now is the time to add the rose water.
Okay.
So less is always more with rose water. And if you don't like Turkish Delight, do not add it to your drink, because once you smell it, you will just get Turkish Delight big time.
I don't really like Turkish Delight, but I feel like...
I mean, just add the tiniest pinch. It's almost like, I mean, if you don't like the smell of it, don't do it, yeah.
Like when you say pinch, you mean like 2 drops?
A couple of dash, yeah, a tiny dash. For me, adding salt to drinks is not done enough, because just like you, when you add salt to food, like how much does it enhance flavor?
Absolutely. Like when you talk about it, you're saying, okay, you've got your sweet, you've got your apple, you've got all these layers, and this the fattiness that's coming from the whiskey, right? But the
Absolutely.
salt is going to be that extra, yeah, finisher.
It's pretty good. Drink culture is starting to mirror chef culture a lot nowadays, because we realize that we sort of share a lot of the same like ways of speaking about flavor, and there's this like commonly known thing that the chef world is about 5 years ahead of drinks culture all the time. So what we've started doing now is looking at chef culture, cutting edge chef culture, and like raggedly trying to catch up with you guys. But we're still a few years away.
Probably the toughest, like flavor kind of level would be fast to find in drink in comparison to the other things. Heat, you know, sour, salt, yeah, through sweetness, through lots of drinks, which are fast. Maybe automatically take 40 or that kind of thing. Say that's probably one of the toughest challenges, maybe, and that's why this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. I mean, we're sort of so humbled by the fact that a couple of years ago we didn't really do this, and now everyone is like, "Hey, do you want to hang out and make whiskey drinks?" And it's, as you can see, we're not pros. But it's just amazing to be part of the conversation. We're so fortunate. We're just making whiskey up on DA, and people are asking to drink it. It's so cool. Just a wee pinch of salt, by the way, into that, just to further bring out the flavors of the cucumber. Like salt, the cucumber works really well. I'm actually using whiskey salt from our friends up the road from me, Teeling Whiskey. I mean, we all hang out. You know, there's not the competition that everyone considers there to be. But the 4 distilleries here in D8, we all like hang out together. We try each other's new products. We go to like local bars, and we used to go to local bars and have a drink together on Fridays. So it's a really nice community, and I don't think it would be in the place it is today if we didn't all like roll together to bring Irish whiskey to the world again. Because for a long time we weren't. Okay, we're pretty much done with our drink. We just need to add the soda water, which is the good news, and we're nearly done. I have a soda stream in my house because I love them. I'm going to use that. You can't have all the tech. So I wanted to. So if you were doing it in grand mass, a big punch bowl, you would do 5 parts of your soda to the rest. Did you just cover yourself with soda? The reason that it fizzes, I'm going to bore you with some more science, is the reason that it fizzes up is that when water becomes slightly room temperature, it can't hold the PSI, can't hold the bubbles in the water. So it becomes very taut or tense, and it pushes all the carbon dioxide out. So the colder it is, that never happens. Just a heads up.
So, you take your soda stream, stir it in the machine, that's when you move it and put it in the fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. As cold as possible every time you're adding CO2 to anything, and then you'll be fine. You won't cover yourself in it anymore.
Okay. Too late now.
Yeah. I mean, we pretend like we did this on purpose. And then it's about 5 parts of soda water to your drink.
5 parts?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, and in this incident, less than 5 parts, of course.
Also, it's a very small glass, but I like it small.
That's fine. That works. I mean, that's okay too. And then we just need to give it a wee stir. So just a knife or whatever you have to hand, just agitate it a little bit, because you push the CO2 to the bottom, and it will bring all of the syrup and stuff that we had in there up and mix it for you. You don't have to go crazy with it.
Amazing.
So if you taste your drink and you think that it's not sweet enough, or that it's not sour enough, it's a simple thing of, you know, DIY and just adding a little more of the syrup or adding a little more of the lime. This is the foundation, basically by parts, so that you can build a huge bowl of it for your friends while they're all smashing tacos.
Oh my God. I cannot wait to have a taco party and make these and invite you over. I have to show my lovely Roe Co. drinks. What are the posters that you gave me? So this is delicious, and I actually love the rose water.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I was slightly concerned that you were going to hate it. I mean,
that's super tasty.
Like a cooling, refreshing drink alongside food that has inherent spice in it is always going to be the way, right? Because contrast sometimes is better than simply complementing. When it comes to food, anyway, for me.
I agree. Our spicy taco, with all the flavors in there, the jalapenos that are kind of going to hit the back of your mouth, and then it goes, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like your cheeky time out in between bites of tacos. I mean, it's a good life.
Great, guys. So, I just want to make sure we can tell everyone where we can follow you. Are you doing any sort of? I know you're doing a lot of Zoom and working, right? So you're quite busy. But if you follow you, then they can connect with you on the Instagram account.
Yeah, as you can see, it's extremely good at Instagram. I'm actually on it again tomorrow for World Whiskey Day, and hopefully it won't drop several times. But in general, if you contact me on Instagram, I'm very good for replying and giving any sort of information, or inviting you to the distillery to hang out, or showing you bars in D8, like whatever you want to do. I just want people to see how amazing whiskey culture has become again in Ireland, and for me, it's the dream to be here. I'm living in an old brewer's house in D8, 10 minutes from where we make whiskey. I mean, life is pretty good for me. And
I was in the place. I looked up from the outside that day today, and it was absolutely beautiful. So this is us for Taste of Dublin. Make sure you guys watch more lives. They're going to do them every so often. Perhaps we'll be back together, Alan, in a few weeks, maybe for another one.
I mean, I'll be better prepared in terms of fucking camera for sure. I'm gonna have to install something into my house for sure.
You're brilliant. I love it's all natural. I know it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the camera to myself now, up nice and close person. So Alan, I'm gonna over and out of. Thank you so much for teaching me this, and other people have enjoyed it as well. So we'll see you again.
Thank you so much. See you guys later.
Bye, Alan. Thanks. Bye, guys.